To begin this makeup tutorial, I'm starting off using Complexion products. For my face, I'm using a liquid foundation, a liquid concealer, and a loose powder on a damp sponge to create this full coverage face look. I'm going to begin with my eyebrows. I'm defining my brows using a cream brow gel or a brow pomade, and this is going to define my brows in a bold, dramatic way. I like using a more dramatic brow when I do more dramatic makeup looks to help to frame my face. Next, I'm prepping my eyelids. To prep my lids, I'm using a liquid eyeshadow primer to prevent creasing and help with longevity. And then I'm going to be using two different eyeshadows to create a nice base. The first is a light matte warm brown, which I'm using on a fluffy blending brush on the transition shade of my eyelid, which is below the brow bone but above the crease. Next, I'm taking a slightly darker matte warm brown and I'm defining the outer corner of my lids. So putting more structure and definition on the outer corners will create more shadowing on the eyelid. And these two shades together on the lid are going to make blending so much easier when using darker colors. And this is going to make everything blend seamlessly without any harsh lines. For the green, I'm beginning using a detailing crease brush or a small pencil brush, and I'm going to define the shape that I want on my lids. So I'm starting off with the dark matte green color and creating a V shape on the outer section of my lid. I'm continuously going to pack on and apply more green eyeshadow using small motions and switching to a larger blending brush until I'm happy with the color and the shape. Switching back and forth from a small brush with pigment to a larger brush for blending is going to help me to create a more blended look. This does take time and it does take a lot of back and forth, lots of blending, but once you're happy with the shape that you've created, it's going to be much easier to blend out and apply more pigment on top. Once I'm happy with the shape and the intensity of my outer corners, I double check both eyes to ensure that the colors are symmetric and that the blending is the same on both of my eyes before moving forward. Now I'm taking another shade of green, which is another matte color, but it's a different color of green called olive wood. I'm going to be layering these two shades on top of each other because they are different shades, which gives more texture and more density to the eye look. Layering different shades of the same color or similar colors helps with blending because it gives the previous color something to blend into, opposed to just blending into your skin on its own. Now for the fun part. This color is called DIVA, which is a beautiful dark shimmery green, also from the JACLYN Morphe palette. I'm going to be taking a flat shader brush and I'm going to be packing the shade all over my lid. I'm starting about 1/3 in from my outer corner and I'm bringing the pigment inward all the way to my inner corner. I'm keeping this shade completely below the crease but filling up the entire lid. To build up the intensity, I'm continuously patting and pressing and packing more of this same shade on. This shade is so beautiful, and the more you build it, the more intense and shimmery it becomes on the lids. Once I'm satisfied with the intensity of my lid color, I'm going in with my blending brush to ensure that the edges of the green shades are nice and smooth. I want to make sure there are no harsh lines and everything looks blended. I want to intensify the outer corners, so I'm taking a little bit of a matte black shade on a small pencil brush, and I'm blending that into the very outer corner. I don't want this section to look black, but I want to make that dark green even darker. To prevent my outer corners from getting too dark and smoky, I'm gradually adding a little bit more black at a time and checking the mirror continuously to make sure I don't go overboard. Now for a little bit of final touches, I'm patting in a little bit of an intense bright green color with my finger on the very center of the eyelid. To highlight the brow bone, I'm taking a soft, light matte shade and dusting that underneath the brow bone and above the transition shade. Then for my lower lash line, I'm going to take my soft, light brown transition shades and smoking that underneath the lower lash line and gradually adding in the green shades that I used all over the lid. I'm going to be mixing all of these shades together so that the color I have underneath my eye matches what's on top of my eye. This makes everything look seamless and equally blended. I don't want anything to be top heavy and I don't want anything to be bottom heavy. I'm taking a light shimmery shade to highlight the inner corners of my eyes and then lining the upper lash line using a black liquid liner. For more drama, I'm applying a black pencil liner to the waterline and tight lines of my eyes. The more dramatic and more smoky you want this look to be, you can apply thicker, darker, or more intense eyeliner to get that smokier, sexier effect. After applying a coat of black mascara to my upper and lower eyelashes, I'm applying a pair of false eyelashes on top of my real ones. This is one of my favorite tricks that I use when applying false lashes both on myself and on my clients. I take the faux lashes and I weave them in and out of my natural lashes with a pair of tweezers. This takes some of the pressure off of my faux lashes and it helps to balance out the weight and make everything a lot more comfortable both on the eyes and on the lashes. This also helps to avoid lifting from the inner and outer corners and makes eyelash wearing so much easier. To give my face more color and more shape, I'm applying a matte warm bronzer to the skin and bronzing up the hairline, followed by a neutral matte blush. Now for one of my favorite steps in makeup application, highlighter. I'm highlighting the top of my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and I'm taking a little bit extra highlighter for my inner tear ducts. I love to glow, but you can apply as little or as much highlighter as you prefer. I decided to pair this look with a glossy nude lip, but I think a deep matte berry lip would pair beautifully with these eyes. Or if you want to be extra festive, you could apply a bold red lip as well. And this emerald makeup look is complete. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.